My name is KEABETSWE. I'm from a business called Gemini Network Communication. It's a youth-owned South African business. It's a linkage between graphic design, web design, and IT solution. We provide internet access to locals. Copy, fax, backfund is more of professional work, which is your web, IT solution, graphic design. The company established in 2007. Alright, what I've learned is that there's certain things that they showed me that I was not aware of. Focusing on the actual services of the business, not the basic services, because people know there's internet, people know there's copy, people know we can type CVs. But the main thing that was going to grow the business is to focus on the real service, like your web design, your graphic design, your photography. So we focused more on that, then that gave us more revenues to able to open other branches. I think the implementation of the layout of the shop, because we actually looked at the layout of the shop, how the shop want the shop to be like. But what we've done is that I've asked more people. People said no, it looks more homely than if I had to structure it in the way that we were supposed to. So what I did is I implemented that idea in other branches. So it works perfectly with the space. But people who come here, there's going to be few adjustments of what we spoke about in terms of the painting and stuff. But it's not something that I implemented at that junction. So I've implemented that in the different shops, and it's working perfectly. Okay, we able to have the first shop was from the beginning of the year. Then we branched out to Begilanga in Far East Bank to have the first shop. Then the first shop was doing extremely well. Then we waited for 4 months. Then we opened another one at Sauban 8. Then the shop is still under construction, but we have the layout of the sign saying that the shop will be open soon. Then we have another shop in 4 Roosevelt. Then using the same layouts that we spoke about on how the shop should look like and how the feel of customers coming in and how should the system work. So we've actually implemented that there. So it was a successful discussion and advice that it worked. I think the advice should be as much as when they came here, everything was evaluated thoroughly. But I believe it must not only be that. I think it must be actioned as well. So if entrepreneurs are struggling with machines, they must meet entrepreneurship halfway in terms of them getting resources at that junction, as much as they can be able to identify problems at that point. So if they can maybe stretch it to, okay, if you need, for example, 5 computers, if you need baking ovens, then they meet entrepreneurs halfway in purchasing that or making life easier for entrepreneurs to be able to trade. I like to say that they're doing a great job, and they must keep on doing a great job, and they made a difference in making the Gemini grow. Next time they hear from me, we'll be having 20 branches in a short space. Sure.